In this video, we are going to learn about very interesting topic, tense. So what is tense? Tense of the verb refers to the time when the action of the verb is performed. For example, the sun rises in the east. Here the tense of the verb is rises and it shows the time, the present, and the action is universal truth. Let us see another example. We are learning English grammar. Here the tense of the verb is are learning and it shows the time present and the action is in progress, it is going on. Let us see one more example and understand. He has studied MA in English. Here the tense of the verb is has studied and it indicates the time, the present time, and the action is already completed. After we have understood what is tense, let us now see the types of tenses. There are three types of tenses. The first is present tense, the second is past tense, the third is future tense. And all of them have four forms. The first is simple form, the second is continuous form, third is perfect form, and the last is perfect continuous form. Now let us take the first type of tense, that is present tense. What is present tense? It refers to a state or an event that happens in the present time. So present tense has four forms. The first is simple present tense, the second is present continuous form, the third is present perfect tense, and the fourth is present perfect continuous tense. Now let us discuss them one by one in detail. Let us take the first form of present tense, that is simple present tense. So what is simple present tense? It expresses habitual action, universal truth. For examples, the sun sets in the west. Here the verb, tense of the verb is sets and it indicates, it expresses universal truth. Let us see one more example. I always eat rice for lunch. Here the tense of the verb is eat and it shows the time, that is present time, and the action is habitual action. Eating is done regularly. Now we shall see uses of simple present tense. We use simple present tense to express a universal truth. For examples, the earth is round. Here the verb is. The sun rises in the east. Secondly, we use simple present tense to show a habitual action. For examples, I go for walk in the morning every day. We have tea after breakfast daily. Thirdly, we use simple present tense to refer to a thought, feeling, or action in the current moment. For example, the sky appears cloudy. Fourthly, we use simple present tense to write headlines in newspapers. For example, India wins T20 World Cup. And finally, we use simple present tense to talk about a specific future action. For example, seminar begins at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Now let us see the second type of tense, that is present continuous tense. What is present continuous tense? It denotes an action that takes place at a time of speaking or action in progress, and its structure is be plus verb plus ing. For examples, she is singing well today. Here the verb is singing. I am walking to the taxi stand. Okay. Now let us see uses of the present continuous tense. Present continuous tense indicates an action that takes place often. Here we use always. For example, he is always losing her things. Secondly, present continuous tense indicates an action that continues for a brief period of time. For example, Robin is staying in rent for next 1 month. Thirdly, we use present continuous tense to indicate an action that is planned for the future. For instance, he is going to Delhi next month. Remember, verb which shows feeling like love, like, want, hate, we do not use in present continuous tense. And again, verb of thinking like believe, think, know, forget are not used in present continuous form. Remember. Now let us discuss the third type of tense, that is present perfect tense. Present perfect tense indicates an action that has been completed at a specific time in the past, but whose effects are connected to the present. Its structure is has or have plus past participle. For examples, the train has just left the station. I have already taken the breakfast. Now let us see the uses of present perfect tense. Present perfect tense is used for actions which have been completed recently. For instance, John has finished his lessons for the day. Secondly, present perfect tense is used for actions which have been completed recently but the time is not specified. For example, I have cooked a 3-course meal. Thirdly, present perfect tense is used for actions which have been completed in the past but whose effects are still present. For instance, the principal has felicitated the 3 students. Okay? And now we shall discuss the last type of tense, that is present perfect continuous tense. The present perfect continuous tense indicates an action that started in the past but still continuing. It has the structure has or have been plus verb plus ing. For examples, our teacher has been taking class since 10 a.m. The cat has been mewing for the last 1 hour. In this video, we have discussed the meaning of tense, and then we have discussed the first type of tense, that is present tense, and its forms: the simple present tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense, and present perfect continuous tense.